To solve this equation, let's isolate x. First, subtract 1/2 from both sides to eliminate 1/2. On the right, to subtract 3/4 by 1/2, we need a common denominator, which is 4. We can rewrite 1/2 as 2/4. And after subtracting, we get 1/4, which equals -5/6x. To isolate x, get rid of the coefficient by multiplying by its reciprocal, -6/5, canceling them out diagonally and leaving x by itself. On the right, simplify 4 and 6 by 2 before multiplying, giving us reduced numbers, 2 and 3. Now multiplying across, we get -3/10. Another way to solve equations with fractions is to first clear the fractions, so we can just work with whole numbers. First, we rewrite all the terms using a common denominator. In this case, the denominators are 8, 3, and 12. Their least common denominator is 24. 3/8 can be rewritten as 9/24, 2/3 as 16/24, and 7/12 as 14/24. Once they all have the same denominator, we can eliminate all the denominators using the multiplication property of equality. This gives us an equivalent equation, 9x minus 16 equals 14, which looks much easier to solve. Let's isolate x by adding 16 to both sides, resulting in 9x equals 30. Divide both sides by 9, isolating x. 30/9 can be simplified to 10/3, and as a mixed number, x equals 3 1/3. Let's solve this inequality by first clearing the fractions. First, let's rewrite all the terms using a common denominator. In this case, we can use 8 as the common denominator. -3/4 m can be rewritten as -6/8 m, and -1/8 remains the same, and -1/4 as -2/8. Next, we can eliminate all the denominators by multiplying both sides of the inequality by 8. This gives us -6m minus 1 is less than or equal to -2. Now, let's isolate m by adding 1 to both sides of the inequality. We get -6m is less than or equal to -1. Finally, divide both sides by -6. Since we're dividing by a negative number, we need to reverse the inequality sign. And -1/6 is equal to +1/6. Therefore, m is greater than or equal to 1/6. We can also solve the equation by first clearing the decimals. Simply multiply every term by the least power of 10 to move the decimal point. In this case, the greatest number of decimal places is 2, so we multiply every term by 100. By moving the decimal points 2 places to the right, we get 230 equals 514 plus 80x. Isolate x by eliminating 514 by subtracting it from each side. 230 minus 514 gives us -284, which equals 80x. Finally, divide both sides by 80, which gives us x equals -3.55. Now it's your turn. Grab a pencil and a sheet of paper if you can, and give it a shot. I'll be revealing the answers in just 10 seconds, so pause the video and test your skills.